recording has been started.
So, the three of you have been tasked from higher command, though a command that you don't quite necessarily know the details of, which probably brought more than a couple of you some wariness in accepting the request. Not a short distance, but not too terribly far from where you had taken up base the last time we left off. There was supposedly an area that should not exist. And that's tough talk, considering that most things that appear in Granvaria oftentimes find themselves not able to exist fundamentally, and yet they do. So it was a bit of an odd stretch of imagination to perceive something in the north not belonging in the north, aside from, as you arrive, realizing that it's not snow that crunches under your boots, it's sand. Which, now you realize, that's probably what they were referring to. As there is a massive temple, almost, as you see grand open hallways in the middle of the night. Because it had taken you a good number of hours, even with your trek with the vehicle in tow. And you were reluctant to leave the others by themselves. Because, of course, anything can go wrong, and being split up is not a good idea, as I'm sure a number of you would understand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just a little bit.
But regardless, you have not heard touch base back with anybody who had the ability to contact you. Though there was few in the other group that could, nothing has seemed to have happened. If anything, you seem to be the one in more frightful peril than anybody else, and there's really nothing happening. In fact, there's silence. Dead silence. There's not even the sound of crickets. Do you walk inside as you are on the outer edges of this grand temple that seems empty and abandoned, surrounded by not even the touch of frost is touching the sand.
I mean...
So-
Oh, go ahead.
This place just seems timeless in general, right? Like nothing, no age of time has crossed it. It's just here. Right? That's the vibe I'm getting.
It's Jackie!
Holds the Jackie.
Hey Jackie, do you want to be the additional chaos to this?
Oh lord.
Lambs.
Let's go.
Because there's two or three people with brain cells, and I think Jackie needs to be the one to balance it out.
We have too many brain cells.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Jackie just, well, hey now.
But if you want to participate in this instead of just listen in and be commentary, I need your token and you to join the additional Roll20. Whenever it works for you, bud.
Nia, sweetie,
I can always make up something on the fly.
Your computer is always actively perishing. Every time you
Dane,
play a game on it, it screams.
Hey, Dane.
Yeah.
Roll me a wisdom check.
Mm, okay.
Spicy.
Why is it so spicy?
Just a straight wisdom check. Nothing else. 15.
Nice.
Did that show up on the...
Yeah, it did.
Okay, cool.
You contemplate to yourself as the others are looking around in some sort of disconnect from their own, they might have their own ideas about the situation, and some of them might be rather straightforward. You, as the wisdom-based being that you are, it occurs to you very quickly, yes, this place is set off from time, not timeless, but set away from it. It passes differently, maybe in reverse or parallel in the opposite direction, like passing a friend on the street when you're in a car going the opposite direction. It's that sort of liminal and timeless.
Okay. The way you described that's really like that's like a really nail in the head description. I'm just trying to process it.
I do that a lot.
Or they say the shit recreationally and professionally.
A doctorate in saying shit.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to do?
That's what I'm thinking.
Any of the others?
I mean, can I roll investigation? Because Tryphon's taking a look around just like, why the fuck is there sand?
Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
We're off to a great start.
What'd you get?
A 3.
Did you roll a natural 1?
No.
Okay. So here's my response to the 3. While you don't necessarily understand why the sand is here, or even how sand got here in the first place, aside from maybe the gods are fucking with you, which isn't entirely inaccurate at this point. They like to do that a lot.
Yeah.
But the one thing you do know is that as you lean down to just see if it's at least cold, because if it's cold, that means it's been here a while. You almost burn at the touch of it as if it is under the midday sun.
We're supposed to be in the tundra. Why is everything so hot?
Does Tryphon just throw that out into the abyss?
Yes.
Dane's gonna immediately go and like touch the ground, just like, okay, what does he mean by this?
Same, unless you have a reason to why Dein would not immediately pull back from what equates to midday fucking Sahara desert arid fucking sand, you will pull back from it.
I have fire resistance.
Unfortunate for everybody
Yeah.
else. So for you, it's more of a comfort, but you don't understand why. It is a sort of comforting warmth that you're pretty sure, because of your clerical abilities in previous times with a different class, you are finally aware. You're more than attuned to the fact that most people would find this borderline torture.
I should say I have fire resistance because of my armor. I enchanted it with my artificer class.
Good.
Yeah.
Same response. Hi, Cade.
Hello.
We're doing a chaotic one shot. It's off to a great start.
I'm bullying them.
My mama says hi.
Hi, Mama Gwen.
Hi, Mama Gwen.
Hello.
They say hi.
I love her so much. I love your mom. She's great.
Mama just got home.
So, Dein, how do you react to knowing that it is indeed warm and you're in the middle of a tundra?
and knowing the fact that this is like kind of a, I wouldn't call it a timeless moment. It's like a, it's like, as you said, that liminal moment. Well, I guess my immediate response is just to look around the room for any runes. Just like, why would this area, well, why would it be so superheated that it's not comfortable for people to be in it? Is, I guess, would be my first question. Because if we're in a tundra, it would make sense to have a warm room, but it wouldn't make sense to have a superheated room unless you're trying to keep something alive in there, like
Well,
something that's naturally desert.
I would like to point out that we did learn, I don't think Dein was here for this. We did learn through our friend Ozzy that this area used to be a desert.
Yeah, that was the thing that was said.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been good to know. Okay, so this used to be a desert. Okay.
Tryphon's just visibly exasperated because it's hot, it's cold, it can't be both.
Sure it can.
It shouldn't
Have you ever
be.
been sick?
I'm pretty sure well, actually, that's the land being sick is probably debatable, actually. But I digress.
Yeah, you just kind of see Dane just kind of like kneeling down on one knee, just putting his hand to the ground, just like confused in the sense of just like his eyes slit a little bit more than usual, but nothing much. It's just.
Dane,
Mhm.
roll nature for me.
Ooh, this one's not going to be good. I don't think I'm proficient in nature. Yeah, that's a 5.
Rip.
The late Merle High Church rolls a 5. I love
Aurelia's-
that quote.
Yeah, Aurelia's just like, I imagine, standing in the background somewhere, poking around in the sand with her staff, with her spear.
Mm-hmm. So you also roll nature for me.
Shit.
Because isn't your spear related to Athena?
I have 2 spears, so depends on which one.
Which one do you have active right now? This is very important.
I mean, that's what I was trying to decide. I was going, is Aurelia the fighter or the druid right now?
It's up to you. Because you would have had time on the road to at least change.
Yeah.
Also, Jackie, if you want in on this as a later tidbit, you're gonna have to join the session.
Get into the Roll20.
The link to it is in media.
Heck it, I'll bring Druid Aurelia. That seems useful right now.
All right.
Seems
So I need you
fair.
to roll nature, and if you have proficiency, give me with advantage.
I do have proficiency as a druid.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. So if you have proficiency, roll with advantage.
Yay, 16.
Where Dane may mutter like this is odd, but not entirely out of the ordinary, you tap the end of your spear, your staff, the druid channeling device that you have for your current class.
The
Kind of-
Bident.
Yes, the Bident. You kind of shift the sand around a little bit, and it doesn't sound like normal sand. You know how there's a difference between the stuff that you put in hourglasses and the stuff that actually comes from the desert?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like desert sand.
Aurelia voice. That's fucking weird.
What is it?
The sand sounds funny.
It sounds funny.
Like, not desert sand, like other sand.
I don't think I've ever seen a desert in my time, so I'm going to have to believe you on this.
Is it sand? Just sand?
Well, no. Beach sand is different than desert sand.
Dane's just gonna go up and there's just a pile of sand right in front of him, right?
Correct. It actually make an intelligence check.
Hmm.
Because you just admitted
it
to me
really
that you
there
don't
or
know. No, you just admitted to me that you've never seen a desert in your time.
I mean, 2 weeks isn't a whole
That's
lot of time
19.
to see a desert.
Yeah.
So, with a 19, you step further into this grand misplaced temple on the edge of time. Because that's what it is as you step within. The sort of arid heat that is coming off of the sand underneath you as you crunch your way forward with whatever boots you're wearing, because I know you soldiers are wearing boots.
Well, 2 out of 3 at least.
Yeah. 2 out of the 3, yeah.
He doesn't have
And-
any customized shoes yet.
Yeah. Dein, as you crunch your way in, not being loud on purpose, but noticing that in front of you directly as you step in, there is a dial of sorts. Like an ancient technology dial.
I-
I'm just
It
gonna pick
look-
that.
I do want to
It
say
looks like
Tryphon's
a
been.
dial.
I do want to say Tryphon's been looking at the dial too. I was just waiting.
Yes. Dein gets the specific information of it looks like it's been dead for a long time, whatever was powering it. Whether it was the sun or something a little bit stronger, it has long since been deactivated. You, however, Tryphon, notice something else. On the right-hand side, underneath where a sort of pin would be, there is a marking.
I take a closer look.
Roll investigation.
What spells do I have equipped right now? Shit.
Oh, thank God, that one's a lot better than the last one.
You... As you look down further at it, it's not that hard to see, considering that even with the nighttime glaring past the open, entranceway much taller than you, as if fit for a god itself to walk in. These tiny little dials look more human-shaped. And of course, the hands that drew on these ancient technology dials, they are with bright pink paint. And it just has the silliest of basically an emoji. It's the fucking tongue sticking out emoji.
It's pink,
Pink.
It's pink.
and it's a smiley face with the tongue sticking out.
Yep.
Would I recognize these as very much not ancient markings?
For free, absolutely. Because even with hieroglyphs being very peculiar, this isn't it.
Yeah, no,
And and as you lean up to specifically go to say something about it, you hear Jackie's voice, literally right the fuck in front of you. Jackie, what do you say?
fucking.
You would not believe the traffic I had to get through to get here.
Bitch, you came with us.
I literally just popped in, didn't I? Or am I misunderstanding?
No, you just popped in from the perspective of they were walking ahead and you had probably been preparing for something, like full stop PTSD style of it's too quiet here. And then you walked up, essentially. So it is technically traffic in your own head.
Well, okay, hold on. Shut your up, fuck.
No.
PhD in just saying shit, you know this.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna just look closer at the paint. Can I tell what shade of pink this is?
I don't think that's relevant.
Make an intelligence check.
Jackie wants to know.
While that's happening, Tryphon's going to glance over at Aurelia and Dein, just like, so, pretty sure someone's been here before us. Because last I checked, a smiley face is not ancient hieroglyphs.
I mean, smiley face, sure. Bright pink paint? Maybe not.
That's a little incriminating.
No, I'm pretty sure even without the bright pink paint, this would not be a normal thing to see in here.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
God damn.
So here's what I'll give you with that.
It's already all strong.
First of all, good job. You solved one of the very early optional puzzles.
Huh?
Wait, the shade actually was relevant?
Yes.
The shade of the pink was relevant!
Yes.
What the fuck, Rin?
Lord.
I don't know why this came to mind, but my brain just went, this is Kairos adjacent energy.
It really is.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet lord.
I
But
briefly
no,
killed
Jackie.
someone.
Jackie,
Yeah?
Give me a sec.
it is without question fuchsia pink. And with a dirty 20, you also understand that there is probably another set of quote-unquote markings on the other side of this dial. You know this one is newer, but you haven't seen the other side.
So
Like
just
for-
clear. This
For a
is,
dirty 20, yeah?
is this whole thing the dial?
Yes.
Okay.
Where, a little bit in front of where Tryphon is standing is where you see the fuchsia pink marking of an emoji. And you know that there's probably another one on the opposite side. But with a dirty 20, you also understand that despite this being a little bit odd, this is technically, and you hate to admit it, because you used to do this in your early days of trying to get one up on Clyde, this is technically a version of Thieves' Cant.
Oh, damn it.
Are you rogue or monk right now?
I'm tempted to say rogue.
You can. This is gonna be non-canon, I'm pretty sure.
How are there so many fucking ants in here? What the
Fuck it. Let's go with rogue. Do I understand what it says?
It is a very simple etching with paint because you realize very quickly as a rogue, you make do with what you have, and you, of all people, understand that. Right, Jackie? Anyway. But you, of all people, understand that you make do. And sometimes you don't get access to the proper tools, and other times your tools like to break. So you work with what you've got. The person who left these markings it's similar to say that they're trying to let someone or something know that something inside is safe. Because the etchings are familiar, even with paint being an odd choice of recreational tool for that. But it's the stroke pattern. And don't you start with me.
What the fuck did I manage to miss?
Me trying to preemptively stop Jackie from making a dirty joke.
Yeah, before that.
I would never. I wouldn't.
Right. Anyway.
Are you sure?
So you notice the stroke pattern is remarkably similar to a thieves' cant marking of safety. You don't know to what it's speaking or where, because it's on a round surface.
I'm just gonna wander around to the other side, check to see if there's. Check to see what potentially could be on the other side.
You look on the other side as you wander over. Do you give away the fact that you saw it, or at least understand what it means?
Not entirely, but I feel like it's. Well, at least Aurelia would probably know, at least, that Jackie. Words, fuck, shit. That Jackie understands.
Thieves can't.
Yeah.
Thieves can't.
And what was written.
From how much time they've spent together, that sort of, I know what you're doing.
Yeah. That and, like, the other two are only 2 weeks old. They're not gonna really know.
But yes, you see on the other side of this dial another marking, except this time it's in coral pink, faded and worn down. It looks to be giving away the impression of do not. It looks scratched up and old, though.
So what are you looking for? Dane's gonna just blatantly ask.
Oh, you know. I've been meaning to look for new shades of paint. These look about right.
Why would you need paint?
Why wouldn't I?
What would you be painting?
The world? I don't
You remember
know.
that stare description I gave last game when Jackie was being dense on purpose?
Wait, I was being dense? Wait, when was I being dense? About what?
Man, gee, sure would be great if we had some way we could contact Rook. That
right.
scene.
Okay.
Get your mans.
Jackie is getting a very similar stare to that again from Aurelia. Excuse me.
Don't give me that.
Tryphon's
Come
going to
on.
start giving Jackie the same stare, just... Come on.
What? Are you saying you don't like these shades of pink?
Jackie.
Yes.
Jackie.
That's my name.
I think someone's not in touch with their feminine side. It's okay. That's in character, by the way.
Yeah, Tryphon's looking around now. Who said that?
You don't say anything.
If you're looking for new shades of paint, wouldn't you need specific... Dane's just not even paying attention to that stare. Like, wouldn't you need the paint combinations for that, not just, like, looking at different shades?
Also, who just said that?
What?
Someone spoke up. And not one of us.
Ooh, I'm a ghost.
Bullshit.
Who else would it be? Who else do you think would be guarding this temple, you dipshit?
I don't know!
Father Time.
He's 2
No,
weeks
that
old.
old... That old kooky old man, please. He can't guard anything to save his life, let alone his own shit.
Do you have a name?
I do. You have to earn it from me, though.
Earn it how?
And with a flurry of quite possibly the gaudiest presentation since OG Orlain. Just this eccentric display of not magic, but kind of trickery. And just, instead of appearing anywhere near you, you hear the shifting of sand from the right direction. Like there is a full-on display of trickery and illusion all around you, and you hear shifting from the right side of the temple.
Fucking looking over there then. It's gonna...
Yeah, full attention aimed that way.
And for most of you, considering I'm pretty sure all of you are around 5'8" and higher.
Around, yeah.
Definitely.
You're staring down.
Just how
By at least 5 inches.
How tall?
By at least 5 inches. You can't gauge a specific height from where you're standing. And she, like, this very feminine, very, like, it's feminine in the sense that a schoolgirl is feminine. Like, looks young, acts young, has the young presentation, and yet is talking like she knows more than you. And just, hi, what are you doing here?
We were sent here.
What are you doing here?
I just told you! Do you not have ears? Come on, Pointy!
Baffled stare.
Audible snort from... There's an audible snort from Tryphon.
I know there has to be something sharp in that skull of yours, otherwise you wouldn't have manifested. And points at the Biden.
I just didn't want to touch the sand.
That we're
Good
now...
idea. Sand's cursed. That's why I'm stuck here.
Tryphon's now going to look down at the sand that they're all standing in.
How was the sand cursed?
Oh, you know, this struck by lightning too many times turns everything into glass. One of these days, you're gonna turn into the same glass and become every little particle of sand in this place.
Why haven't you?
She's smirking directly at you, Aurelia.
Why do we keep
Because
managing?
I'm special.
Tryphon's just, why do we keep managing to find the cursed landscapes?
Oh, but you really should get out of here. I don't actually want you stuck here. And I don't plan on leaving. So, ta! And with a swirl of fabric, she disappears.
Okay, but
Well, you heard the ghost.
I would like to point out that idiots 1 and 2 here, I do mean that affectionately, already touched the sand.
And I mean, I am technically currently touching the sand.
We are standing on it, yes.
Yes, but some of us have boots.
Tryphon's just going to take a deep breath, and then he's going to go and, at the very least, go to walk off the sand. Go stand on this thing.
Roll a religion check.
Son of a bitch. Do I get anything with a 10?
You, as you scramble up on top of this dial, you realize, not intentionally, so much as your hoof kind of catches onto a, not divot, but engraving, and kind of chips it. But you recognize somewhere in your psyche the information of this is dedicated not to a god, but to something more ancient and primal.
Can Dein just try and walk out the exit? Just casually?
You can. Nothing stops you.
Would Tryphon be able to casually walk out the exit?
Do you try?
He's going to try.
Yeah, nothing stops you.
Just like... Okay, so, not cursed. Or I'm not cursed.
I believe I'm not cursed either. Hopefully.
So either plan A, follow the spooky ghost further in, or plan B, we just leave.
We were sent here to check this out.
And
So
from a
some-
distance, you just, like, it sounds like that distance of down a long hallway that is mistakenly, it's mistaken as an entirely different building, kind of long. And just from a distance, all you can hear is, I suggest leaving. To be fair, this place is spooky as fuck. I'd leave if I could.
Why can't you?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Woman?
I mean, yes, that is why I asked.
Oh, honey. And that's all you get.
We can tell them that we found cursed sand and a ghost. They won't question it. It'll be fine.
Bullshit. They probably
You've
will
met the
question.
man we work for. He will question it.
So what do you do?
We can bluff him.
Deadpan stare of, you think we can bluff a man that's older than the war? I love your optimism.
That sure is a whole lot of optimism.
Someone has to have the optimism in our group.
Oh, and it's you! For in character. Oh yeah, I believe you have the optimism. Miss would die for anybody who shows you kindness. But yeah, go off.
Well, okay.
Well then.
Just like a full hand to chest. Just
Get called out, I guess.
I think someone doesn't want us to be here because they don't like us being here. Not that the sand is cursed.
Well, yeah, obviously. No one likes their home being tread upon by soldiers! Hello!
Debatable.
Yeah? Debate it.
No.
Well, then you
because
lose.
That's not how that works.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're thinking of the game, so you've lost.
Fuck you! Out
Wait,
of
what
character.
game?
Yeah, out of character, just fuck
Out
you.
of character, fucking.
In character, Tryphon just... What?
Well, that's when Blank came back.
Sorry, we're unhinged.
It's okay. Just gone so damn long without thinking about the game. Okay.
So what do you guys do as you're basically being mocked?
Tryphon apparently is tempted to start walking in just because, you know what? Spite you. I'm just going to spite you now.
Dane's thinking the exact opposite. He's like, I would rather just not.
I don't have to deal with a child mocking me today. I don't get
Child?
paid for that.
Child. Okay, I'm the child because I refuse to age past a point where I know I'll have to suffer every month. Fuck you.
What is she talking about?
Lady stuff.
Aurelia just, you don't need the details.
Yeah.
Sorry if I choose to remain as good looking as always. My good friends, or whoever you decide to be in the next 30 seconds, I just don't care about time. So if you can, just leave. Because I don't need you reporting any of what you see in here to your superior officers, let alone that bitch ass.
You know Alrune?
Who? No, pink-haired motherfucker.
Do we know anyone with pink hair?
Pink hair, motherfucker.
Who?
I don't know. Like, listen, have you ever met a dude who's just so outrageously over the top that he makes it his whole fucking deal? Like, that's what he is. And I hate it. Like, even as a jester. Ugh. By the way, don't compare me to his little henchman. I will actively try to kill you if you do.
Are you talking about Jack?
I don't know that name, but the way you're responding, probably.
Sharp teeth, absolutely unhinged.
You have any idea how little that narrows it down? That could be one of my boyfriends. I have no idea.
Aren't you a child?
To you. Gods
Are you-
don't age the same way, bitch.
So you're a god.
Kinda. What's it matter to ya?
I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here.
Also,
Well-
to be fair, we haven't had much luck with gods, so...
Well, that's your own problem. Have you tried talking?
We have.
Yes!
They don't want to talk, they want us dead.
I did, in fact, try talking, and they tried to kill us anyways!
Oh, that sucks. Have they lost their marbles? I gave them, like, at least 40. to decipher among themselves.
I think there's a lot more than 40, right?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
That's specifically why they get to delegate who gets the marbles.
Well, apparently
I
none
think
of the
they
ones
did
we
this-
encountered have marbles, so...
I think they displaced all their marbles when they decided that mortals were a tasty juice box.
Gross. I wouldn't touch you with the 10-foot pole. No. Gross.
Yeah, that's the general consensus. For
Well,
normal people, at least.
just don't drag your bullshit over here. Fucking leave. I don't want them to know I'm here. They'll try and kill me.
Why?
Because I've been
Why?
evading their sight for, like, ages now.
Why?
You feel the most dastardly stare of, bitch, say it again.
Why?
Oh, God.
Jackie, you specifically feel the inability to speak for the next minute.
Silenced. Localized to you.
Bet I'm setting a timer right now.
A silence bubble just in your mouth.
Jackie tries to speak and Tryphon just...
Fucking flex tapes your mouth shut.
God.
Why are you evading the gods?
Because they all suck.
I mean,
Clearly.
well-
You know this.
Well, yes. But why do you think that?
Isn't it obvious? Wait, what era is it out there?
Great question.
Oh, jeez. Did they lose track of those marbles too? Or did they finally just decide to say, fuck it?
No, they deliberately don't tell us shit.
yeah.
It's different.
I know, even less than the rest of these guys.
Oh, so that's why you have bigger balls of steel than Mr. fucking Jack.
That's...
He came in here a couple days ago. I had to kick him out.
So you know who Jack is.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I said his name to myself, I got the unfortunate opinion of people not wanting me to say his name. So, now they know where I am, or at least that I still exist, which is a burden for me. So I gotta dip after I, get you guys out of here. Because I'm not taking you with me.
That's rough, buddy.
Just the most disappointed,
You disappointed all you want.
Where do you come from, Spirit?
Spirit? Who? Which one? Who are you talking to?
You.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's an easy question. Where do you come from?
That's a great question.
I was told.
Good. Now that we're on the same page.
I was told I came from the cycle.
That's not a place. That's a curse.
So you know of the cycle.
In vagueness. I've been around. That's why I've been dodging.
Well, that's all we know, so...
You throw enough swords into the wind, one of them's gonna stab you in the back.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a sword.
Why would you dodge a wrench? Who's throwing the wrench?
Complicated question.
Just leave. Just leave.
But if we leave, the one-shot will already be over.
So what do you
Patches!
guys do as you're being asked to leave? Do you continue heading in?
Tryphon's going to. He's going to take a few more steps in.
Dane's just gonna just heed back and just, put his back to the pillar and just kind of lean on it and just cross his arms. Just this is fun to watch and listen to. I'm just
Jackie's-
gonna stay here.
Jackie's just gonna sit down, cross-legged, on one of the parts of the dial.
Aurelia?
Standing there somewhat with her face in her hands because these are her idiots, regrettably.
What happened to the brain cells? I thought you said there were brain cells in this.
Yeah, here,
Well-
and I think here.
I'm just gonna like take a moment, and, like, or Dane's gonna be like, "I'll leave when they leave. I'm not leaving without them."
More spite.
Tryphon,
Yeah.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, yeah, fuck you, 22.
Let's go.
You just barely manage to duck backwards as a swinging axe falls from the ceiling in that manner of, like, it's supposed to swing, but it's been so ancient and dusty and rusty in here that it probably dislodged, which is a worse fate than death, I think.
Ugh.
Tetanus.
So you barely dodge backwards as it crashes and crumples into the ground, barely softened by the excess sand.
Tetanus.
So there's traps in here. Good to know.
Obviously. Why wouldn't there be?
I don't know, why would there be?
I have to keep those bitches out somehow. They're not immune to everything.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
Not even the gods are immune to a rusty fork.
We'll keep that in mind next time we end up in combat with one.
Yeah, just stab them with a rusty fork in the eye. It's what I did last time.
Last time.
What caused that response?
They said my outfit was tacky.
I mean, can we
I mean-
blame them?
From Jackie, be nice. From what I remember seeing, it wasn't tacky. Are you okay, Tryphon?
I'm fine. They're just... Then he gestures to the axe.
That's
The axe is as big as you and a little taller with the handle sticking up.
Aurelia poking it with the butt of the spear.
It's very rusty.
She's not touching it with her hands for a reason.
It's very rusty.
I mean, it's not like the handle is made out of rusty metal, right?
Is to put it in context with the handle, like adding on to its size, it is about 7'2" in height, and it's upside down.
Is it is
Aurelia
it still
turned-
visibly connected to something?
No, the chain has dislodged completely.
Tryphon's
Are you
going to
going-
take his sword and push it over. Try to push it flat.
I thought you were going to just try to pick it up.
No.
Aurelia does turn, look at Jackie, and go, I don't want splinters, Jacqueline.
I think splinters are the least of our worries.
Tryphon's
Especially
mean-
if
Have you ever had a splinter? They're so annoying, Jackie.
As someone who works with metal, metal splinters are ass.
Tryphon's trying to push the axe over. How's that going for him?
Make a strength check.
All I can imagine is Tryphon using the greatsword as like a stick and just poking it, trying to get the
21!
21.
You successfully push it over, but in the process, something underneath the axe also gives way, and both of you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, son of a bitch.
oh no, it's
Another 21!
Hell yeah.
Sweetie.
I fucking spaced out. Did someone ask me to roll something?
Constitution
Yes.
save.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunate.
regrettably.
Aurelia, you feel the distinct urge, not magical, but the urge to continue walking forward. You can act however you see fit.
That's ominous.
To be fair, Tryphon is standing in the way a little bit.
I don't think, and I understand you're about to make a joke, I don't think Tryphon is T-posing and taking up the entire 5-foot space.
T-pose! I don't know, man. He's got the sword out too. That could be causing some difficulties.
She had to manage maneuvering around a man that was wider than he is with that sword. Trust me, she can do it.
Tanrus, my beloved. The man who Orlain was gay with before Morik.
Oh, yeah.
We love to see it.
Ellie's just sort of cautiously making her way forward. Like, you know that checking for tracks, poking at the ground with the butt end of a spear? That energy.
Tryphon not letting Aurelia walk forward alone.
What did the other two of you do as Aurelia starts to, despite earlier caution, head forward?
Dane's gonna move to this other pillar over here and just, again, put his back up to it, just like, I'm gonna try and keep an eye on where I can see. Yeah.
You can see Tryphon!
Yeah.
I just figured the door handle's over here.
Mm-hmm. Jackie, what do you do?
We should probably make sure they don't die.
I can see Tryphon. If Tryphon reacts adversely, we can act.
Aurelia,
You want to
you
follow
open the
up?
door.
With the butt end of the spear, she's just gonna push on it to see if she's actually used the handle.
Watch it be a pull open instead of push.
No, it kind of like waterlogged wood. It kind of pierces through, and it doesn't fall so much as it makes an awkward groan of like trying to collapse in on itself, but it's connected to hinges and shit.
Door does not want to be here anymore.
Tryphon's just going to push it normally, not with the sword, since clearly using a weapon is just going to make it go.
The most pathetic kind of energy.
Just ah!
Dane's gonna inhale deeply, just like, alright, we should follow them.
Welcome to sand. It is now in your mouth.
Oh, that's the worst goddamn feeling. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to sand. It's in your mouth.
Ugh.
Dane's just gonna walk forward very gently and just peer in, see what the hell is going on.
Jackie, your entire team is starting to leave. What do you do?
Just gonna sigh, stand up, start following after, because, I mean, on second thought, hey Dane, why don't we
Yes?
check the other side?
You want to leave these two alone?
They both, well, Aurelia can handle herself.
I'll wait a goddamn minute.
I'm not so,
Switch it on.
I'm not so sure about the other one. Tryphon, well, they
I
can both
believe.
handle themselves. I believe in them.
Yeah, I believe they'll be fine. Sure, I'll take you up on that offer. Since you suggested, would you like to lead?
Just gonna step around the dial.
Are we going to be focusing on them for a minute? Because I did need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we'll focus on them. Jackie,
Yeah.
as you lead the way, kind of heading towards the other side of this temple, there's a lot of... It's much more obvious on this side that it is sand struck by lightning. It is more glass and crunching of something rusty and metallic than anything like sand. It sounds as if... Actually, both of you make an intelligence check for me.
22.
Jackie, you're more concerned about maybe cornering this person and getting them to answer straightforward instead of dodging around subjects. Dein, a battle took place on this side. And it looks one-sided.
Yeah.
The places where lightning struck are against the walls, burned into, even with the low light vision that you have, it's burned into the walls the way a lightning bolt would be if it was struck sideways. It looks as if fire had rained from someone's hands rather than the skies above. It looks as if someone had gotten angry.
It looks like it came from a direction and not from the sky.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that direction is coming towards us.
No. It is heading deeper inward.
Oh. Okay. Hey, Jackie.
Yep.
Be cautious.
I'm nothing if not cautious.
Simply because, first, there were traps on the other side. Second, I don't like the look of this area. Specifically, amongst all the glass.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm gonna check behind us to see if there's anything that could shoot that lightning or fire.
Make an investigation check.
19. Oh, I'm getting good rolls today.
If only because of your paranoia in searching desperately with your eyes to catch it before it catches you, all you see in the direction behind you is the massive opening where you heard nothing but total silence. And even in here, it is silent. Deathly silent. As if nothing moves unless something tells it to.
Dane's just gonna, like, be paranoid about any traps or anything that he can possibly see, like, on the floor, on the walls, anything that could trigger something.
Make a perception check for me.
Gladly. There it is. I think it's 15? Yeah, it's 15.
In your paranoia, you search ahead of Jackie as she's walking, trying to keep pace with or ahead of her, just so you can possibly keep her out of harm's way. But as you do, you realize something. All the traps on this side were already engaged by someone else.
Ah. Okay.
To the extent that with your 15, you don't notice it immediately until you're already walking past it. But there's a glint of not a weapon, but more of a hunting knife, the sort that a soldier would give. Which does explain whoever this is hesitation towards soldiers.
Soldiers, yeah. Dane's gonna pick up the knife and just put it in his belt. Just like, this might be a nice souvenir.
Make note, for at least this duration, of an odd knife.
Okay. Obsidian, my best friend.
It is indeed very nice.
I love obsidian.
Very pretty.
So, Jackie, do you open the door?
Something I'm curious about. How dark is it in this?
Leaving the front entranceway, you would need some sort of low light to dark vision.
Okay, so I can just cast, because I have light at will. I can just cast that on my dagger. Sort of just hold it up like a torch.
I need you to do something for me.
Yep.
Because you're the first one who actually did it.
What's up?
I apologize in advance.
Don't apologize. Just this.
Roll a d100 for me.
Oh,
boy.
Lord.
Oh, no.
Oh.
86.
You're lucky. So as you cast light, it's a very simple spell, one you've mastered over your time, kind of trying to get around certain situations with Clyde, perhaps trying to keep you and Orlain from going out on solo missions, but always getting caught because this spell went wrong, and because of that you've mastered it. That's not what goes wrong. Dein, Jackie doesn't notice it, but you do. There is a sort of splitting image from Jackie. 1, then 2, then 3. Kind of echoing between where she's standing and different places around her.
Mirror image?
Yep.
Oh, hells.
Good guess.
Well, I personally love that spell, so...
Yes. For the next 10 minutes, you have an active mirror image. Jackie.
Alright. I have no idea what that means, but okay.
I think it's armor class increased by 5 for each clone that you have. And then every time... what was it?
It gets increased by 5 while you have 3. 2, then it's plus 3. And then 1, it is plus 1.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So I have an armor class of 20 for the next... Oh wait, no, that's because I'm on monk, I think. I forget what my armor class was on rogue.
If it's the same as close to Orleans, then it's probably 13 or 14, so it's around 18 or 19 for you right now.
Okay. Either way, it's not like we're going to get into combat within the next 10 minutes. But
So
yeah,
you cast light, and you see the damage clear as day, with no roll required. But it makes it more obvious that this was a one-sided battle. This was... Make an insight check, both of you, as you reach the doorway.
Damn. Almost got 17. That's a 7.
uh,
I got my lucky numbers. I'm happy.
It sure is kind of weird how someone just decided to barge into here and start casting spells.
Someone didn't mean to?
What do you do next?
you know what? I'm just gonna kick open the door a little bit, just sort of nudge it open.
Jackie, one quick thing.
Yes.
Be careful when casting spells. I have a feeling this glass wasn't created purposefully.
Thankfully, I'm not normally a spellcaster.
I'm very
Oh.
glad I am artificer.
As you nudge open the door, the first thing that hits you is the smell of ozone. And we'll cut to the others.
No, hells.
What are you guys doing over there?
Tryphon's pushing the door open.
Aurelia? How is Aurelia facing the urge to continue deeper in?
It sure is there.
So you open the door, and the scent that hits you is of stale, dry earth. Like, it is not the type of, oh, this is sand and desert heat that we were just at. This feels like you were moved to an entirely different portion of the planet as you step inside, even with seeing the sand in the other corridor. It is tropical and warm, and it is painful for people who have any sort of person of color, like, hairstyles. It is not great.
Looking at the two with very curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
They're in braids for a reason, baby.
his hair is too short for that.
Nonsense.
Cornrows, baby.
I don't think I want to imagine Tryphon with cornrows.
Why not? That's what oh god, I forgot his name. That's what Will has in the game.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying anything against cornrows. I just don't see Tryphon having them.
But yeah, you step inside and it is tropical heat rather than arid desert heat. What do? Because it otherwise looks empty. Like, not even the associated beings, not the trees or not the sun, just the heat and humidity and stickiness and grossness.
What is in the room?
Do both of you have dark vision?
No, I don't.
Tryphon's kind of blind out here.
Tryphon
Tryphon's
steps
got a
in.
hand on the wall.
Yeah, he's just like either a hand on the wall or a hand on Aurelia. Just like, I can't see a goddamn thing.
Aurelia,
Aurelia does have dark vision.
you see a small piano. Like, it looks like a miniature grand, honestly.
Aurelia, what do your tiefling guys see?
The gentle shoulder punch for that joke. There's an odd, tiny piano.
Do either of us have a light spell or a torch or
No,
do
I already looked.
I don't. Do I have things for a torch? Oh, I do have a torch in my fucking adventuring backpack thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, Tryphon's going to pull out the torch and try to get it lit.
I think my favorite bit here is that everyone's forgotten a function of their materia guard.
Oh,
They have
right.
flashlights, don't they?
Okay, yeah, in which case Tryphon turns on the flashlight on his materia guard.
That was a function that was stated from day one, and you forgot about it.
It's been a long fucking time!
To be fair, Cherry wasn't there day one.
I was about to say, this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah,
That-
one of the
So
functions of...
irrelevant.
You know what?
Yeah.
Torch British! Because they call
But one of the...
they call flashlights torches.
British derogatory is what that sounded like.
But no, for Dein and Tryphon, one of the functions of the materia guard was that the actual part of the gem, it was stated really early on that it could be used as a sort of low light flashlight. Like it's not a
Okay.
full like fucking 50,000 lumens down the hallway, but it is light enough for you to see in your immediate vicinity, about like 5 to 10 feet is what I've been assuming.
The power of the goddamn sun. That's
Concentrated power of the sun. Sorry, that just lives in my brain rent free.
It's great.
But yeah, no, Tryphon turns on the flashlight on his materia guard, the torch in British terms.
So you also see the small grand piano. Like, I'm talking a normal grand piano is big enough to seat, with its normal bench, 2 or 3 people. This might seat 1.
Is it this thing in the middle?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Fucking. Tryphon's going to walk up to it and just take a look over it.
Quick, does anyone have proficiency with musical instruments?
I'm a satyr!
Kind of like a birthright thing.
Roll investigation for me.
Let's see if my luck continues. No, it does not. That's a 7.
It looks like a normal grand piano, if a little smaller than normal.
He's going to press a
does
few
look-
keys on it.
You press a couple of keys, and it is terribly out of tune. Like,
Ugh.
just one of them probably made you go, eh.
Just the thought of it's making me go, eh.
Like, it sounds like it hasn't been tuned by a proper musician. Like, it's not one of those terribly out of tunes to where it's broken. But it is, like, out of tune in the sense that someone who doesn't know how to tune a piano tried to.
Can they tune a fish?
No.
It, like, to put this in perspective for you, Cherry, it sounds as if someone with basic piano knowledge of how to play tried to fix it from a mechanical perspective.
Oh no.
So it's not bad, it's probably just not in the greatest conditions.
Yeah. Aurelia gets to see him just visibly shudder at the sound of the piano.
The energy of, oof, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, for Aurelia, it doesn't sound too terribly awful. It sounds off.
Something is incorrect here, TM.
Yeah.
Aurelia, can you take a look at this thing?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. But I feel like if I play it again, my ears will bleed.
Again, I don't want me. Shit! Again, I don't know what you want me to do here.
Just
I'm
look at it. See if there's anything weird about it.
It's a weirdly small piano?
I'm trying to get you to investigate it, Taylor. Just investigate the damn thing.
Can I roll investigation on the piano?
Sure. Nice. The first thing that catches your eye as you step forward is, thankfully, with the colors of the piano being mostly monochrome, the first thing that catches your eye is that all of the keys are backwards. Like, I'm talking the black keys are the white keys and the white keys are the black keys. Everything on this piano is wrong, which is why it sounds wrong. But somehow it isn't broken. The next thing that catches your attention is very specifically a set of initials carved into the base of the right leg in the front. And it specifically says, and you're gonna kill me for this one, uppercase J, lowercase t, uppercase J.
So it's J T J?
Yes.
I don't know why I would kill you for that.
You're gonna find out.
Okay.
What if I try playing it, but playing a song backwards?
Do you want to?
Sure.
What do you play?
Just a simple folk tune sort of thing? Do we even have specific songs they would know?
This is non-canon anyway, unless something decides that I've said matches up with canon. I don't know.
What
Is there
if
any
hips
specific
don't
song?
lie?
Unhinged.
So you play Hips Don't Lie in reverse?
Yes!
On a piano.
Yes!
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what else I expected. So I need you to roll performance for me.
Alright. Oh, son of a bitch. Can I have advantage because I've got proficiency in it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What the fuck?
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
So, it's not your best performance you've ever had, and though you're only a couple, quote-unquote, weeks old, you know you've done better in your past. And it's just the instinctive, not too shabby kind of response of just, I could have done better.
Yeah.
And strangely enough, despite the fact that you're playing a completely different song, your ears pick up something else. It sounds like a conversation underneath the music. But as you stop playing to try and hear it, it stops.
Aurelia, did you hear that?
Did she hear that?
Make a perception check. You did hear it. And from what you could gather while Tryphon was playing, it sounded like a young girl's voice saying something to someone older. Like the way that you would talk as a young sister to an older brother. But you couldn't decipher much more.
Yeah, so just like, you heard that, yeah?
I heard something.
I'm going to play again and try to see if you can figure out what exactly that is. Yeah?
All right.
Should I play Hips Don't Lie in reverse again?
You can do what you want.
Fuck it. We didn't start the fire in reverse now.
Roll performance.
With advantage again?
You can.
I will. I'm going to fucking riot.
It's not a bad result. It's just
It was the
muffled.
exact same number!
I know. It's not a bad result. It is
Yeah.
just muffled again. It's not the same conversation because it's not the same song. But it is a similar conversation, a bit more energetic, a bit more over the top and dramatic. But you can't understand any of the words.
Should I try again? Just like, were you able to get anything, Aurelia?
Shrugging of it was still muffled. I'm not sure we're going to get anything from this at this point.
One more time. Third time's the charm.
What are you playing? And roll with advantage.
What if... What if this is the song that never ends?
Roll with advantage.
It's the song that never ends. I'm going to...
It's not a bad result.
I know it's not a bad result. But I keep going in one point in the opposite, in either direction, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
With a 15, which was the DC for making it less muffled,
Oh, thank God.
it is still hard to decipher, but you catch a few words. And the voice sounds familiar because you just heard her talk. And she's saying something to someone along the lines of, why do I have to be here? No, I'm not questioning you. I'm just... I understand. And it goes quiet.
Aurelia?
I heard half a conversation.
Yeah.
It's honestly not that helpful.
Tryphon was able to hear it too, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't sound like she was here willingly. I think I'm done playing the fucking piano, though. I hate this thing.
So you step away, and nothing seems to happen, but the tropical heat seems to have died down somewhat. It's more manageable, at least.
Huh. I don't know, Aurelia, do you want to try your hand at playing?
You're funny.
Should I try one more time and play Wonderwall?
No.
It's like, I don't think there's anything we can really find in this room.
So as you head to the next area, Dein and Jackie.
Mm.
You enter the next room, And it's the smell of ozone that catches you first. And as you instinctively step inside, it's as if you're at the top of a very tall skyscraper. The room itself doesn't give away any sort of indication that it's off the ground or elevated, but the fresh scent of fresh oxygen, real oxygen, perhaps too much of it, is what's catching you off guard. And it is otherwise an empty room, almost.
What's the room look like? Like, other than it being empty, is there like glass along the walls?
There is.
Is there
It is
another?
mostly stone with hints of glass-like particles. Like, as you were paying attention, as you walked in, the sand that had been there shifted from that to lightning-based sand, like something had struck it full force. And it's more glass than it is sand now.
Okay.
And there seems to be... If you've ever been near a place that had been recently struck by lightning, that's what the ozone smells like. Because lightning, notoriously, burns away carbon dioxide.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why being struck by it is not good for your health. Because you need that. Strangely enough, you need the toxic thing.
For what?
I'll explain that afterwards. It's a science thing that'll take ages for me to explain to you in a way you'll understand.
Would you? Oh, okay.
I didn't say carbon monoxide, I said dioxide for a reason.
I know, that's the stuff you breathe out.
Yes, you need that shit.
Okay. I guess.
Short answer for that is that you have to breathe it out to remind your body to continue breathing.
Oh.
It's basically detoxifying your lungs. If you can't get rid of anything that is toxic in your lungs basically go, oh, we're fine, and stop working.
Okay.
So, yeah. But aside from the mostly glass versus sand on the floor, it looks like the battle in here was far rougher, and there's no real direction to it.
Yeah, that's usually how a battle goes. It's just chaos. I don't think there's anything for us to observe in this room other than this looks where it was stopped. Dane's just gonna walk through it. See, like, of course he's being observant for traps and such, but he's just gonna walk.
As you do, there's a moment where the light that Jackie's knife, daggers are casting against the stonework, that something seems off on the floor.
Trap
As
like
you pass
off,
by it. Hmm?
or like
Not a trap, so just something seems off. Like, it's one of those things of you caught it out of the corner of your eye as you're walking and you have a purpose, and it's just like, wait a minute. Like, while you're already walking away.
yeah. Jackie, can you point your light over to where I saw that abnormality? And Dane's just gonna give a quick point to where he saw it. Where is it? Just like right here-ish?
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take a gander at it and see what's going on.
Roll investigation with advantage.
Cool. And there's investigation. Not 20.
Two things
23.
immediately stand out to you.
Hmm?
One of them is that the scent of ozone is fresh. Very fresh. Meaning whoever casted that spell, and you know with the spell, based on the energy that's still lingering in the room, it was a desperate attempt. It was desperation that led to something happening, and with what you know of spells being cast in this area, it might have caused their end. Or at least something akin to it.
Ooh. I'm
Two.
glad
Yeah.
Sorry.
Two, the second thing that catches your attention is the thing on the floor that you had nearly overlooked because the fabric blends in with the stonework is a silvery, like pale silvery blue piece of fabric that looks like it might have belonged to a hat. Like the type you would wrap around the base of a like small hat for a small head.
So just kind of like wrappings.
Yes. It looks like it was barely like stopped from being incinerated. Like it looks singed.
Yeah, singed. I'm glad I did not cast Identify earlier on the sand. I'm going to leave that there. That's... You'd feel wrong to take something more personal. And Dain's just gonna move on. Just like, he's not for taking just a simple wrapping, especially something that seems to be like garment and something someone tried to protect.
So do you head forward?
Yep. Heading to the end of the room.
Both of you make a perception check.
Nine.
It's 13.
Jackie,
Yeah.
tick, tock, tick, tock.
Don't like that.
What? What's wrong? Something the matter, Jackie?
Just a feeling I've got.
Are you being purposely obscure, or are you just going off of a gut feeling?
Just a gut feeling.
Ooh, that deja vu was something intense. Did you feel that too? Oh my god, that sucked. I'm sorry. Oh, that
What?
was. Me and Jackie have this thing where we have two opposing sides of feeling deja vu. And I just felt
Oh.
mine, so Jackie's probably going to be crinkling into the void in a minute here.
Yeah. It's
Tasty spicy.
delicious.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Oh.
fine.
What do you do?
Open the door and proceed.
Oh, the feeling of deja vu is getting worse. It's not just me, right, Jackie?
No, it's not.
Oh, this is so spicy. I didn't realize this would happen tonight. But you walk through. Make one more perception check for me, Dane.
Oh, sweet hells. That's a nat one.
Nope. No eyes.
Nothing.
Nope. Aurelia and Tryphon.
Yeah.
As you begin to leave, I want you both to make a perception check.
Alright. 9.
Aurelia. Tick, tock, tick, tock.
I mean, Tryphon's opening the door if nobody's stopping him.
Mild nose crinkle at hearing tick-tock noises.
So no stopping Tryphon?
No.
Alright, he's opening the door then.
Nothing happens. You can proceed on through.
Okay.
As you walk down the hallway, it is once again deathly silent. It is almost as if nothing breathes here without permission.
It's spooky.
Alright, they're continuing down. And
More sand.
always fucking opens the door.
There's like a pile of sand that kind of filters in when you open the door and just and it stops.
What, the door or the sand?
The sand stops kind of just past your feet, Tryphon.
Okay.
So it's literally just like shh, and it stops.
But nothing unusual about it?
Not that you can discern.
Alright, gonna take a step inside.
Even more so than before, this looks like a grand temple, left to rot, abandoned by even time itself. And yet someone breathes here. Somehow. Some way. Someone still lives in a place forgotten. Dane. Dane and Jackie, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
First of all, Dane, how are you responding to me just saying shit recreationally?
I'm existing.
He's just like, yeah, this checks.
Slightly
don't-
worried, but existing.
I don't get to do it, but just relate. But as you walk through, Jackie,
Mm-hmm.
tick, tock, tick, tock. Who are you?
Mm. That is a great question.
What?
Why don't we meet back up with the others? Feel like maybe we should just call this a bust.
Tick, tock.
Is something
Tick.
wrong?
Tock.
I mean, sure, don't get me wrong. We saw signs of a fight. But most of those traps were disabled. I think we should be fine.
It's not the fight. It's not the traps that I'm worried about.
Okay. Let's see if they're ahead with us. And Dane will
Yeah.
walk forward and see if he can find the rest that are up there.
Hi, welcome to you open the door and there's more sand.
God damn it.
There's more sand.
So much sand.
Actual sand this time and not glass.
It's just like, oh, good, you guys made it.
You all run into any more traps?
No, just a really weird piano that talked as much as you played it, but backwards.
That's definitely interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always
Did say anything interesting?
Well, it sounds like, whatever her name is didn't actually want to be here to begin with.
That makes two of us.
Well, if you don't want to be here, you can always leave. At least you can. As all of you look up the staircase, and through essentially broken down doors, and she looks so much smaller than ever before, standing in front of a massive hourglass that is constantly spilling sand.
Why were you made to be
Well.
here, though?
I think I should introduce myself, even though you'll probably forget. And she takes off the singed and battle-worn hat that doesn't have a wrapping, and does a flourish of a bow. Jessie the Jester, how may I help you?
Jester.
Just Jester?
Jessie the Jester.
Yeah, no, Tryphon's just like, wait, you mean just a jester?
Yep. I don't deal with whatever you guys have in your hands, and she kind of glances at your sword. I have no idea what those things are. I had no need for them when I was around.
Huh.
But then again, safety and peace don't exactly last forever. Someone inevitably gets jealous, isn't that right? And he puts on her hat again, and it kind of flops to the side in that comical manner of presentation of a jester. But it is burned and singed as you walk closer to her. And there is, for Dein and Jackie, no wrapping where there should be a bow.
Mm.
So, why were you made to be here then?
She sighs. I don't think that's all that important. You're gonna forget anyway. Anybody who talks to me forgets about me. Because I failed, and that's okay.
You failed?
Yep. It's something I had to struggle accepting. But, yeah. I failed. I couldn't save somebody. And now I can't even remember who it was.
That wouldn't have anything to do with the massive hourglass behind you, would it?
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know who it's running for. I don't know if it's me, or the person I couldn't save, or someone else entirely.
Well, doesn't seem to be running much anywhere other than all over the ground.
Yeah, the sands of time do like to go wherever they like. Oh, I should actually tell you this, even if you are going to forget. Hi, I'm the youngest daughter of Father Time.
Oh.
Ah.
Just kind of kicked out from the house.
Well, that explains what we heard with the piano then.
No, that old thing? Yeah, that's, like I said, things are cursed here.
Yeah, that's cursed in the way that it hasn't been properly tuned in like what, the last couple of centuries?
A millennia, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm not musically gifted, sadly. I'm more of a viola kind of person myself. But really, I don't know why you guys have stuck around so long. And she looks at Jackie. Why are you using magic?
Tryphon's turning around to look back at Jackie. It's just like, what the fuck happened?
It was dark. How else was I supposed to see?
And he just slowly holds up the lit flashlight on his materia guard.
Right, those do that.
How
Yeah,
the
those
fuck
can
do you
produce
think I
light?
can see? I'm blind as a fucking bat in here.
Fun fact, bats are not actually blind. They're nearsighted.
Point of the matter is, I can't see anything without the flashlight.
So you're a mole.
I guess?
Moles are blind. They use echolocation.
I can see during the day, though. Or at least in
So can
light.
moles.
Don't moles live underground?
Why do you think they don't leave during the day, huh? Just because someone doesn't do something doesn't mean they can't.
Okay, fair.
Regardless, I wasn't joking about the sand. It is actually cursed, or at least it is for me.
What
You
is
can't touch it?
Not exactly. It's...
it? Hold on a
it's
minute.
the... Yep.
What's up? What?
You're not wearing a white skirt, you're wearing a brown skirt.
Okay, that's fine.
I was just letting you know, because it's in the back of my car. I traded. So I'm not home, by the way. I've been at my parents'.
Okay,
I guess. So, yeah.
alright,
Ready? I'll let you get your one shot.
alright. I'll talk to you later then. Bye. She could have just texted me that. Anyways, I'm back.
An interesting way to interrupt things. Because we heard that.
Oh.
Parts of it, at least.
Yeah, she was just telling me that I'm going to be wearing a brown skirt tomorrow when I go to the Renaissance Fair.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So yeah. Anyways.
But the person who has named herself to you guys as Jessie the Jester, just kind of shrugs. Yeah, it's kind of the source of my power, but not really. My job is to put every grain back into the hourglass. But I keep breaking the hourglass, so it keeps getting worse.
How does it keep breaking?
Not sure. Because I always repair it, and I always come back to see it broken.
Odd.
Was it broken when you first?
When I found it?
Yes.
No. I just don't remember what broke it. Why does this matter to any of you anyway? Didn't I straight up tell you to leave? Do you all have
You
a death
did.
wish? Are you suicidal?
No.
Oh,
No.
Jackie does kind of like waggle her hand.
Yes, yes. I know both you and your bestie have a thing with death. I don't. You and your flings.
Concerning.
Doubly.
But call it curiosity, I guess? Stubbornness?
Bite, and smiles at you.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Following. Mainly to make sure these ones don't end up dead.
I haven't died yet!
That doesn't mean you can't.
Immortal by principle. I like it.
Technically, haven't you died already, Tryphon? Since we've been through the cycle.
I don't know if that even counts.
Death is death. You still die in order to be reborn, if I'm reading this correctly.
But I don't remember the death.
Normally you don't. Why would you want to remember dying?
I don't know.
Is it some catalog you're keeping of everything that's going wrong or something? Wait, no, that's the elf.
The elf?
Orlain.
Hmm.
He's a little baddie. Even old man over here is starting to worry.
Old man?
Yes,
I'm assuming Father Time.
Yes.
So that's at least one of the old gods that hasn't died, at least.
I would not count my old man as a old god. You call him that to his face, he might actually erase you from existence.
Yeah, I guess he would be count more as just a force.
A concept.
A concept is probably the better word for it.
Jessie goes to say something and then suddenly looks scared as she turns slightly to the right and goes, "Shit, you really gotta get going. Like now, really, I'm serious."
Is he about to show up or something?
No. I just need you to not be here. I need you to not be here because if you continue staying here and I continue talking about this, one of our parties, like you guys or me, will end up erased, and I don't feel like being erased right now. So please leave.
You know, I don't feel like being erased either.
Please.
I'm gonna...
leave.
Yeah. Dain's just gonna walk the fuck out.
Yeah, Tryphon is going to stop and look at Jackie and Aurelia for a moment, just like, you guys aren't coming, yeah?
If neither of them start moving, I'm gonna start dragging them by the scruffs.
You can certainly try. Jackie is relatively...
All legs.
Tryphon's tall.
Dain is squat. Doesn't mean he isn't built, alright?
Tryphon is going to grab Aurelia by the arm. It's just like, come on, let's go.
I mean, can Aurelia leave?
Nothing seems to be stopping you. You've only been given the incentive to leave from someone who looks scared.
That was not what I was referencing, but okay.
Are you talking about like the urge to just continue forward thing?
Yeah, the compulsion thing.
It seemed to have stopped once you got into this room.
Alright. I guess
Yeah.
we're leaving then.
Dain is just gonna grab Jackie's hand and just start pulling them. Going out the way we came. And
For the
just-
two that heard it, tick,
Mm.
tick, tock.
What is is the tick-tocking
It
about?
seems to be getting louder.
Oh,
Jackie and Aurelia were the only ones that heard that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand. Out of character, I'm wondering what the fuck the tick-tocking is until it was mentioned it's getting louder, and it's just like, alright, time to fucking go.
Yeah.
And it gets louder as you start to get near the entrance.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Tryphon will pause and look at the little sundial thing here.
Okay.
Just, like, not investigating it, just looking at it for a moment. Seeing if anything's changed with it.
The markings are no longer there.
Leaving!
Jackie.
Hmm?
As they all rush forward, you hesitantly pause right at the, like, area right between stepping in and stepping out. And you hear a question. What drives you? Pain or love?
Jackie, come on, let's go.
Jackie's gonna take a few steps back. Just. This doesn't seem right.
She's clearly telling us to leave. We should at least heed her words. Come on. We were told to investigate. We found all we could.
And what drives me?
Our tiny rat under a chef's hat.
Oh, I've been asking myself that question. I'm not entirely sure what drives me. But this doesn't sit right with me. Whatever is going on does not sit right with me.
Okay. We can come back later and solve it, right? This place will be here.
Are you sure?
It's a whole cathedral. I don't think it's going anywhere.
Stranger things have happened.
Jackie, you're making no sense. Come on. And Dane's just gonna walk forward, just like, at least, just like, try and shake Jackie a little bit. Just like, come on, we need to go. It's not looking good.
We don't know what's coming.
Well, I for one want to find out.
Then let's watch it from outside, right?
We should
Where
at
it's
least
safe.
Don't you think we should at least give her back her ribbon?
Why didn't you do that when we were standing right in front of her?
We didn't pick it up. Listen. We can... If it's right there, I think she can go and get it whenever she wants. She clearly hasn't picked it up for a reason, right? If she can go anywhere in here, which it definitely looked like she could, then she could have picked it up at any point.
We've only seen her go through 2 places. That was not one of them.
Dane's gonna let out a sigh. We need to leave. They made that very clear. Let's at least leave for now. Before whatever comes. And we can come back. And we can help.
The only thing that's been made clear... Nothing has been made clear since we've stepped foot in here.
Other than they want us to leave.
They've given no reason why.
They told us we would be erased if we stayed.
We were literally given the reason why, Jackie.
Where's the proof that we would have been erased?
Do we really want to find that out? Is that really something that you want to test right now?
You're free to do as you wish. I want a front row seat.
And what about Orlain?
Orlain has more.
Doesn't mean they don't need you. And Dein is going to full on try and just grab Jackie and start pulling them back. Come on.
Make a strength versus dex.
21.
14.
Even though you are fighting with some measure of might, you're not fast enough to get out of the grip of someone who regrettably seems to care about you even though he hasn't known you long.
Come on. And just pull them towards the exit.
As you all leave, you expect some catastrophe, some crumbling ruin to appear where the cathedral was, the temple. But it stands, and it stays, and it remains. After all, you can't exactly kill time. And that's where we end.